welcome you now to another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. I'm your host, Crispin Valentin. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Why? You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. Like this amazing story about Manny Blendz. He is a barber here locally in the DFW, but he was being a pioneer in Cancun barbering scene for many years before he touched down. Not only that, but he touched elbows and rubbed elbows with so many amazing people, and you're going to hear all about it right here in the episode. And now, to the episode. Manny Blendz, aka Screw Da Barber. Hola, how you doing?
Hey, we doing good, man. How you doing?
Taking it back to Screw Da Barber,
back in the days.
Thank you so much for being here and taking the time to talk to us. You know, I seen a few things on your social media I thought were pretty neat, and I'm like, man, I want to talk to him, share a little bit of his story. But before we do that, we're going to start with a segment that I like to call Preguntas al Chile. If you have not subscribed to the channel so you can check out all these amazing content, stories, interviews, amazing life-changing stories that could possibly change your life today, this is the time right now. So go subscribe to the Global Latin Factor. ¿Estás listo? Are you ready?
Ready.
Tacos o tortas?
Tacos.
Tacos o tortas de cochinita pibil?
Tortas.
Tortas. All righty.
Yeah.
Corn tortilla, flour tortillas?
Corn tortilla.
Gorditas de horno o pupusas?
Gorditas de horno.
Jarritos de qué sabor? What flavor?
I gotta go with tamarindo.
Tamarindo.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's one of the top ones. Agua de horchata, jamaica o tamarindo?
Jamaica.
Are you team salsa verde o team salsa roja?
Salsa roja.
Menudo or pozole?
Menudo.
Valentina, Tabasco, Cholula, or Tapatio hot sauce?
Valentina.
Your favorite ever dish de Cancun, which one would that be?
I gotta go with cochinita and lechon.
También cochinita en lechon? Yeah. Nice. And what is your favorite place for you to tell everybody from Quintana Roo, Cancun, you gotta try this dish? What could it be? It's the same one or something different?
Yeah, I recommend the cochinita. It's something different that any other part of Mexico don't have, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. When you want to celebrate, let's say you got your week went well, or you have something to celebrate, you want to dance on cumbia, salsa, merengue, or bachata?
Cumbia.
Cumbia, eso es todo. When you hear the word Latino, Latina, what is the first things that come to mind to you?
Hispanics, Latinos, all over Latin America.
True
pretty
that.
much.
True that. Do you mind if they call you Latino? Do you care if they say Latino to you? Do you prefer Mexicano? What do you like?
I don't mind. I see myself as Latino, but more like a Mexicano, 100%.
100%.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let's get started with a little bit of your story. So, you're originally from Cancun, Quintana Roo, correct?
No, actually, I was born in San Luis Potosí.
So you were born in San Luis Potosí,
Yeah.
but you were raised in Cancun?
I was raised here in Dallas. I came here to the United States when I was 6 years old.
6 years old. So you don't even remember anything with San Luis at all whatsoever?
I don't.
Okay. What is your earlier, was it in the Cliff where you were raised, or what area in Dallas?
Pleasant Grove, Mesquite area.
Mesquite area.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you remember growing up as far as school and everything else for you?
Man, just growing up, it was different than nowadays, definitely, you know. But just hanging out with the boys and playing sports in the streets every day, you know.
Yeah.
You don't really see that much nowadays, you know. It's different.
For sure. Was that any peak of interest for you to get into the hair industry, become a barber at all whatsoever, or was there something else that happened that made you want to take that path?
Actually, I never thought about being a barber before until I went to go live to Mexico for my second time that I went to Mexico. I stayed out there for 10 years. And pretty much I didn't have no other choice but picking up the clippers. And I really started learning and watching one of my old barbers that used to come in Mexico.
Cool.
His brothers, actually, they were here in Dallas, and they taught him how to cut hair. And just looking at him cutting, that's how I started learning. And
So you just visually were looking at him and kind of sort of see what he was doing and kind of sort of grasp it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so there's different ways for you to become a barber here in the States. You either go to barber school or become an apprentice. What was your path when you decided to say, okay, let me go ahead and start doing the barber thing now?
For me, it was different. In Mexico, they don't need you to go to barber school to get you to start working as a barber.
Nice.
They don't the barber license don't exist over there either. So
wow.
It's different. I started cutting at my friend's shop. And actually, I started in San Luis for my first year in Mexico. I was in San Luis living out there, and my friend is the one that just pretty much just brought me into the barber industry, you know.
Yeah.
And once I moved to Cancun, that's when I decided to take the next step on it, and I got to work with one of the biggest franchises all over Mexico. It was called Walls Barbershop.
Wow, nice.
Actually, right now, the owner he don't have the shops no more because for the issue that he got kidnapped.
Oh wow.
He got kidnapped, so he had to close all his shops out there in Cancun and Mérida and all over the República Mexicana que tenía las barberías. And so from there, I just decided to keep going. And
was that at the time when you were there that happened to him, or
yeah.
was that after the fact?
Actually, that happened, I want to say like 7 or 8 years after I started working with him. And he made me the trainer for all the franchises.
Yeah.
So he used to send me to every city out there in Mexico. When he saw a franchise to Veracruz or Guadalajara, Monterrey, because he saw more than 35 franchises in Mexico.
Oh wow.
So he used to send me to each one of them, and I used to train the barbers how to cut hair. I used to train the receptionists how to receive the people and everything, and then from there, I used to teach the owners how to administrate the barbershop as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So when you said take the next step, was it somebody you saw a post or something that's to make you want to go apply for him, or did he come find you?
No, actually, one of my old friends that I used to go to school with out here in Dallas, in Mesquite, he was already out there in Cancun, and he told me, he like, bro, come out here. You're like, it's better future for us than we know English out here in Cancun. He tried to put me into the call center thing, but it wasn't my thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably even went like one day, and I told him, no, bro, take me to a barbershop where I know what I'm doing, you know?
So straight up, the first day you went to the call center, he tried to, I'm pretty sure they make decent money. It's like, nah.
Nah, I couldn't be on the phone sitting down trying to make sales and all that. I was like, nah, this ain't my thing, bro. So remember that day, right after the call center after work, he was like, look, I know 2 barbers that they're pretty big out here in Cancun. One of them had a small shop, but it was only like 2 chairs. And the second one, he's like, is one of the biggest shops right now. It was in the hood part of Cancun. So when I went and go ask him for a job, I saw that he looked white. My homeboy, the owner, he looked white. His name is Oscar Walls. And he talked to me in English. So in my head, and my first thing was like, oh, this guy is white, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't. He was from Veracruz. Ya es que en Veracruz son como güeritos.
Sí.
So parecía gringo.
Y el apellido también.
Yeah, y el apellido. So
right.
Eso también mi hijo dice, no, pues, como que, ahora sí, ¿cómo se dice? Como que encajamos juntos.
So y'all click really good. Yeah, y'all made a good connection and made a good rapport.
Because we both talk English. And we came from here for the States, you know, because he used to live out here in Florida before he went back to Mexico. And from after that, he told me, look, I don't got no space at this barbershop. I got full chairs in here. But give me a month, and I'm going to open a brand new barbershop in the entrance of the hotel zone.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay. I like, all right, I'll wait. Honestly, I never thought I was going to get a call back from him, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, man, he probably lied to me, you know?
Did he see you cut it all or anything?
He made me cut up that first day when I went to the barbershop.
He made you cut.
He like, come on, cut me. And I was like, oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a little bit nervous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I was walking to something new for me. You know what I'm saying? But everything turned out good though.
He liked the cut.
He liked the cut, and he told me, "Yeah, bro, like I need you in my team." So in the meanwhile, while I was waiting for him to call me, I said, "I'm gonna go try myself in the hotel zone and try to go sell." I don't know if you ever been to Cancun, but in the streets, there's guys selling bracelets for the clubs and all that.
Yeah, things like that.
So I got into that, you know, and then little by little, I started knowing many people right there, like the security guards and stuff like that. And they were asking me, "Hey, bro, you know how to cut hair, right?" You're like, yeah. Right there in the hotel, some bro, in the strip where all the people walk. A lot of times in like with the tour offices, donde te venden los tours para irte a Isla Mujeres and all this, they used to tell me, "Hey, I'm gonna get a chair and cut me right there." And I used to cut people right there, boom, boom, boom,
right on the street, right there.
Yeah, just in the street, bro, cutting hair, boom, 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 and everybody used to like, "Hey, you be cutting hair, yeah, all the meseros and everything." They used to come to me. The owners of the restaurants, they used to come to me.
Nobody ever said nothing to you. Nobody said, like, "What are you doing here? Why are you in the street cutting here?" Nada.
Nah.
Wow.
The same people that worked in the hotel zone is the ones that told me, "Come cut us over here."
That's dope.
So I started like that, and then I got a night job as a security at one of the clubs called Mandala, and everything was going good, but when they found out that I talk English, because I was getting tips, bro. I'm telling you, like the tips from people from like I was taking care of VIP 1 and VIP 2 where the DJ booths at.
Got you.
And there would be people paying those VIPs. They cost a lot of money. They cost you like more than $2,000, $3,000 just to get a VIP.
Is it like section. Rich people or rich celebrities?
People. Yeah, celebrities, rich people.
Todo? And any interesting ones you ran into that you could recall at that time?
Man, there was a lot of people, bro. It's just a lot of NBA players, football players, and artists like that. I never really ran into them like that in the clubs, but I got lucky enough and to be able to get the connect to go cut artists out there too. So they realized you knew English, and that's kind of sort of opened the door for that. I mean, they opened the door for me, but as a security, it closed the doors for me because these people they'd be like, "Hey, can you take my girl to the restroom? Hold her by the hand and don't let nobody touch her." Every time their girl used to go to the restroom, they used to give me $100 tip.
God.
So imagine the girl got to go to the restroom
like five, six times.
5-6 times. I walked out from there for like $800, $900 in one night. Just in tips.
Plus your pay for the security
plus
part.
my pay, yeah.
Wow.
And then other securities, they started seeing it. They're like, "What are you doing, bro? Like, are you selling drugs out here or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm not selling drugs, man. Like, y'all can check me." And I mean, I don't know if I can say this, but he got to the point where they had to take me to the back of the club and they stripped me down.
Yeah.
They stripped me down. They
to check you.
Yeah, to check me, and they took all my money that night, and they left me without nothing, not even from my trip back to my house for the bus. So I was like, man,
they left you in Tantanasu. They let you keep your clothes.
No, they let me keep my clothes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like, damn, at least let me keep my clothes. Right. You took my money already. So they saw that like you were coming up, money was coming good because you happened to speak English and you were taking care of the VIPs, and they didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean,
that ended.
Yeah,
but that gave you an opening for celebrities for you to cut them, right?
Yeah,
that's
course,
nice.
Yeah.
So what were you cutting them at that time, or was it the other salon was getting ready to be opened?
Maybe 2 weeks later, after I got fired from being a security at the club, the owner, he called me, and he's like, "Hey, the shop is gonna be ready in a few days. Come through." He told me come through on a Monday and let's get started.
Nice.
And man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I started cutting people from all over the world, from London, from Australia.
It's all that English too, right?
Yeah, just all people all over the world. And that kind of made me learn how to handle all type of hairstyles,
right?
Different people. Because I was cutting like African American hair too. You know,
Yeah.
like everybody got different type of hair, and
Yeah.
that's one thing a lot of barbers don't see, that you got to know all these type of hairstyles, the hair type of the type of hair the clients have.
Yeah.
It's always going to be different, and it's always going to be a different technique to fade or to cut them. You know.
Anyone that got really super difficult for you as far as the hair?
Nah.
You figure it out pretty
Yeah,
quickly?
I figure it out. I mean, the major thing that I was having a problem with was doing shear cuts with the shear. So, but after the years, I started taking classes with famous barbers from out here from the United States. Not only here from the United States, I took a class with one of the best barbers in the world, like shear work. He's from London. They call him George La Monaca.
Oh, La Monarca.
Yeah, George La Monaca, and he was a real good barber and doing shear work.
Nice.
And he's from the UK, so I learned from him, and I got the chance to learn from a lot of other barbers from all over the United States and the world.
So you're always looking to improve your craft. How can you
yes.
get better on it?
Oh,
so
yes, always.
Is that something that you feel like, again, your friend got you into it, then you started doing it, you kind of sort of fell in love with it, you would say?
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's art, so it's for me just to see the people like, oh man, you got me looking good, you got me looking like a whole different person. You know, it makes me feel good. Because for me, it's art. Like barbering and art is art for me. You know.
You have a particular tag on your Instagram that you have. Can you remind me what it says? It said it's not just a hair. I don't cut hairs. I what?
Yeah, I just don't cut hair. I give you a vibe that you can't be touched.
Yeah. Is that what you're shooting for whenever you get somebody in the chair?
Oh yeah.
And they give you like, hey, let me get this.
Yeah. Yeah. I always shoot to that. You know, I always trying to make my customers feel good and great about themselves, you know, after the haircut, you know.
Yeah, as soon as you start cutting and you start working with the gentleman, how long after that did he say, okay, now I need you to do something else because you're kind of good?
Well, a lot of my customers that I have, I mean, they're always happy with the results that I give them, you know, even if they tell me, hey, change it up, let's do something different, you know. And I would say I'm able to study their hairstyle, and give them recommendations and tell them, look, this is gonna look right on you, or do your beard like this because you won't look too cacheton or with big cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just depending on the customer. You know, it's just.
So the customers were giving good feedback to the gentleman that owned all the chain of barbs, and that's how he decided to move you around or became the trainer, or how that happened?
Well, that was his second barbershop, right, that he had opened. And whenever he sold his first franchise, he sold it for somebody that put the franchise in Mérida, Yucatan. So he had to leave, and he told me, you know what, Manny? You're going to take over. You're going to be a manager. I said, okay. And I ain't going to lie to you. It was hard for me because a lot of the barbers, I had grown a relationship with them as a friendship. And now for me to be their boss, it was different, though, because I had to, had to tell my employees, I'd be like, look, bro, you're doing this wrong. And like, you can't be smoking outside and come back in and it's smelling like smoke, you know?
So whenever they said, bro, we used to do what you talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, and I'd be like, man, bro, I used to tell my boy, the owner here, bro, I don't know how to tell this guy, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me because he's my homeboy, you know. We go clubbing together, you know. We do everything together. And he's like, well, you just got to do what you got to do. I'm like, all right. So after that, that's when he started selling his third and fourth franchises. He's like, hey man, you know what? I'm gonna need you to start helping me out with this because I can't do it myself. It's too much.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, what you need me to do? So he made me the trainer for the franchise, and he sent me to Isla Mujeres, Cozumel, Veracruz, Chiapas, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey. That's some other places, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot, way more than that. And after that, that's all I used to do. When I used to come back in Cancun, that's when I had the chance to cut my loyal clients that were away from me. And that was like every month or every 2 months that I used to come for like a week to Cancun, and then I had to leave again.
Wow.
So after that, you know, he told me, he like, take over that, bro, and we're just gonna keep opening more franchises.
What was the name of the chain, if you don't mind me asking?
Walls Barbershop.
Walls Barbershop.
Yes, sir.
So, how many? You said 7-8 years, right? Somewhere around that time frame. Yeah. So after that, you kind of sort of get news that certain things happen. Then he can't maintain the shops anymore because obviously he's not around, right?
Yeah, he's not around, and then everything's just started getting a little bit offhand.
There was nobody else that was running the shop. His wife, family, nobody else that was involved?
He had his brother with him, working with him, and his wife. But his wife was doing lashes, so she was busy on her stuff. You know, she was more busy doing her thing than being in the shops. You know, and then after that, I remember when I was in Mexico City. He sent me to Mexico City to go train out there, and I get a call like 6 a.m, and his brother calls me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I need you not to come back to Cancun because Oscar just got kidnapped." And I was like, "Oh man," I like, "For real?" Like, "So what you want me to do?" Like, "You stay out there as long as you can," because pretty much a lot of people saw that I was his like right hand for him, you know. So I know a lot of the business that he was doing, and people was like, if you come back to Cancun, you'll probably be in danger as well. So I decided to stay in Mexico City for like a year and a half, I think. And after
Still working at the shop, running the shop y todo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was running one of the shops out there. And then after that, because after he got kidnapped, he got to escape from the people.
Oh, wow.
And he decided to come back to the United States. So he lost everything in Mexico, right? And he came back to the United States, and I was like, what am I doing here? I mean, my family's out there too, you know, and I decided to come back to the United States, and this is, I think, if I'm not wrong, it's 5 years ago.
Okay, so about 2020 or so, you decided to come to the States, and are you already have something in mind set up here in the Dallas area, or what area?
Actually, it's crazy story, because my little brother, I left here in Dallas when I was 21, and my little brother, he was maybe on his 12 years old, I think. He was like around 12. And so when he turned 18, he surprised me with, one time he called me, he's like, "Hey, bro," he's like, "I'm gonna go to Mexico and I'm gonna go visit you." I was like, "Yeah, bro, come through. Like, I want to see you. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time." And he surprised me with him being a barber too.
Oh, wow.
So my little brother, he's a barber too, you know, here in Dallas.
Nice.
So when I came back to Dallas, he told me, he's like, "Bro, I got a job for you," like right there at the shop where I'm at. And I was like, "Okay." And as soon as I got here, let's say I got here tonight, the next morning I was already up. He was like, "Let's go to the shop, let's go work." And that's how I started from right there.
Okay, so not to get nobody in trouble, but how you maneuver whenever you don't have, like, here it's a little different than Mexico. So how do you, without giving too much information now, how do you maneuver that part wherever you do it as an apprentice under somebody that kind of sort of don't need the certification yet, or how does that go?
At first, somebody gave me the chance to cut like without a license, but now I'm certified. I have my license now.
Nice.
And I don't have to have a problem with that. So, but at first, yeah, the owner of that shop gave me the chance to work there, and because pretty much he was risking it himself, because they can get fined too, you know.
Yeah.
As I can get fined, he can get fined too.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I appreciate him giving me the opportunity to work at the shop and start my clientele, building my clientele, in that area, which was over there in Mesquite and Seagoville.
Yeah, so sometimes people are very particular with their barbers. Sometimes it's a relationship of years, especially some gentlemen.
Yeah.
Like I have the same lady barber, and she'll know si va cochino with somebody else.
yeah.
She'll check like, where was it? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. Where'd you go? Like I don't even know where.
Nowhere, right?
No, I look, grown. What you mean?
Yeah.
So you started as soon as you start cutting. Is the clientele starts coming up really soon? Did you see they work? They see your work. They see you like good. You have some techniques.
Yeah, a lot of the barbers, my type of cutting hair now is doing shield work, doing a lot of blade work. It's not too. I don't want to talk mess about the barbers out here or nothing.
Got you.
But a lot of them, they just work with simple haircuts with tapers and a ball fade or a low fade, and.
Those are some of the basic cuts you would say?
Yeah, basic cuts that somebody can do is easy.
Mm-hmm.
But cortando a tijera.
Scissors.
Y las técnicas to line up the beards and everything, to shave.
Techniques to line up the beard, toda la cosa. It's just different.
It's different,
levels.
Yeah. It's different, yeah.
How'd you get your name, Manny Blendz? When did that come about? Because you used to have a different name.
Well... Screw Da Barber actually came from my childhood because they used to call me Screw ever since I was like 17 because of my voice. They said, "Hey, bro, you sound slow." Like I was like, "Do I?" And that name's just stayed with me the whole time, And that's the same name I used in Mexico. Everybody knew it as Screw Da Barber. Like, hey, what does Screw mean? Tornillo. Yeah, like Tornillo el Barbero, Tornillo el Barbero. And I was like, they just clown on me because they're like, hey, Tornillo. And I was like, but ever since I came, I got back here to Dallas.
Gotcha.
I started with that name as well, but eventually I just wanted to be like, I need to sound professional, I need to sound professional. And my girlfriend was like, you need to change your name. I was like...
Sounds a little bit too hood.
Yeah, a little bit too hood. I mean, it sounds like a little bit like people are going to be like scared to book with you because they're like, who the fuck is Screw,
Yeah, claro que sí.
So ever since, my real name is Manuel. So Manny is short for Manuel, And everybody's like, my girls are like, just use Manny. And I like Manny. And that second, I was like, Manny Blendz. I was like, I'm going to use Manny Blendz, so I'm going to change it up. And I changed it up. And now I found out there's like 2-3 other barbers here in Dallas named Manny Blendz, too.
Was that before you or later on?
I think you like 1 or 2 was after me. But there might be like one of them that had it first than me,
What makes you distinct for them as far as, of course, the technique, of course, the things that you do, but I know there's some of the things that you focus on, too, is the social media part, too, because you put some videos together are very neat.
Yeah, I like to do a lot of content, do a lot of videos, and I got the chance to, like, for example, Grupo Firme, when they come here to Dallas, I'm their official barber.
Really?
I got their personal contact in my phone, so...
Grupo Firme, you're the actual official contact.
Edwin, AB...
they come directly to you?
Yeah, they come directly to me every time. Every time they're in Dallas, they hit me up. And they were like, hey, we need you to come cut our hair. And me ha tocado ir al hotel de ellos donde se quedan. Y... a veces tengo que llevar un barbero extra, and I always take my brother with me because my brother's a good barber too.
Awesome.
He's a good barber, and we got to cut the whole staff. So
yeah. So when they come to Dallas, you're the official.
Yeah.
That's neat. How did that come about? Who found you, or who told them about you?
Well, actually, in Mexico, I'm a well-known barber in Mexico in the barber industry, and a lot of the top barbers out there that cut a lot of celebrities that know me.
So they know you reside here now.
Yeah, they know I'm in Dallas now. They hit me up like 2 years ago. I had one of the barbers that could be cutting the soccer team Chivas de Guadalajara, and I think Mexico came to play here. Like I can't remember exactly what team, but 2 years ago that he called me. He's like, "Hey, uno de los jugadores necesita un haircut." I like, you go cut him, please. And I was like, yeah, of course, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I know the barbers for El Fantasma, Peso Pluma, Junior H. The barber for Grupo Firme in Tijuana. That's one of my homeboys too. He sent me Grupo Firme out here.
Nice.
So I got a lot of connection with people out there in Mexico that help me, and they send me celebrities out here whenever they're in Dallas and in need of a haircut.
Nice. That's awesome. How did that feel to know that even the work you did in Mexico was paying off even here in the Dallas area?
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy because I never thought it was going to pay off like that. I really thought I was going to have a hard time to grow as a barber here in Dallas. But it opened a lot of doors for me, and I got the chance to meet a lot of people, big people out there in Mexico too, you know.
Nice.
And here in the United States, I'm barely getting started. So, I know it's been 5 years, but I still feel like I'm getting started as building up my clientele and my barber fame in the industry, you know.
Got you.
So, I mean, eventually, I got plans to keep growing and meeting more people, like celebrities, basketball players, football players. You know, not too long ago, maybe like last year, I cut one of the New York Giants football players as well, and I just want to keep growing, man.
I seen you had a picture with Lennox Lewis. I don't know if it had anything to do with barbing, but I know you took a picture together.
Well, it's a crazy story for that one fight of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul at the AT&T.
Yeah.
I used to work right next to the AT&T.
Nice.
There was a barbershop right there.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work right next to it. And one day, Lennox walks into the shop with his son. Randomly.
Wow.
Him and his son. And at first...
Do you recognize him?
I didn't recognize him at first. But one of my partners right there at the barbershop, another barber, he's old school. He's real old school. And he came up to me like, hey, bro, you know who that is? I'm like, nah, who is it? And he was the one that approached him and told him, he like, you're Lennox Lewis, right? And he's like, he looked him up, he's like, yo, why? And I was just like, oh, man, I'm like, it is him, huh?
Without the hair, it looks different. He's a little older.
Yeah, he's older. So I got lucky that I had a pair of my boxing gloves in my truck, and I was like, I told homeboy, like, hey, I'm gonna go get my boxing gloves. So I go get my boxing gloves, and I told him I'm gonna try to get him to sign it. And at first we were having a conversation about Canelo. As a matter of fact, me and Lennox, we were having a conversation about Canelo being the best Mexican boxer, and so he was like, he's a good boxer, man. He's a good boxer. I ain't gonna lie, but he always went for Benavides better.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I like, because the reason that we started talking, because I had a Canelo frame in my station.
Oh, okay.
So I had one of his canvas right there, and it had a picture of Canelo. You know, I'm a big Canelo fan, so that's why he started talking to me about Canelo. And then that's when I told him, I said, I took the chance, and I said, hey, are you able to sign me the glove? And he's like, you got a glove with you? I was like, yeah, I got some gloves with me. And he's like, okay, bring it. And then he told his son, he's like, hey, bring he had like little posters of his picture.
Oh, nice.
And he started signing it for all the barbers.
That's dope. So he went in there to get his haircut for his kid?
Yeah, he was doing his beard.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, he did his beard. That was the only thing he did.
Did you end up doing the beard?
No, my homeboy, the OG. Nice. That was like because I didn't recognize him, and I was actually waiting for an appointment. So that's why I couldn't take him in. If not, if I had my chair free, I would have took him too. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You what other celebrity that people might recognize that you might cut their hair, or here in the DFW that people recognize?
Baby Youngin. There's a rapper called Baby Youngin from
the picture.
West Chapel, I think. He's from West Chapel, North Dallas. Who else? Maybe not from here, from Dallas, but. There's Mexican rappers called Hera MX.
Yeah, yep.
Aleman. Santa Fe Clan.
Are you their official barber también de ellos? So nomás that you just happen to cut their hair?
I cut their hair like 2-3 times in Mexico. They used to call me in.
Oh, nice.
Because before me being a barber, I used to be in the music. I used to rap. Oh,
really?
Yeah. So
in Mexico or aquí?
First I started here.
What will you go by?
D-Town Screw.
D-Town Screw.
D-Town Screw, yeah.
So you were D-Town Screw before you ended up in Mexico.
Yeah.
So you were doing music here, heavy?
Yeah. I was recording with a big artist from Houston called Rob G. I have 2 songs with MB Riders. I got songs with MB Riders, and from there I went to Mexico, and I used to see out there. It surprised me because the rap they listen to over there is like old school rap, hip hop, you know,
like 80s, 90s,
like Crime Mob or Wu-Tang Clan. And,
oh shoot, even older.
Yeah.
So did you try to pick up the career over there when you were in Mexico?
I tried to, and
was it harder over there or no tanto?
You just actually that's the first. When I first moved to Mexico, that's the first thing that opened the doors for me out there. Because Hera MX, he took me into his crew, and he made me part of his crew. And he one of his first albums, he has a song with me on that album.
The same name, D-Town Screw, or qué nombre?
They put me as Screw MX.
Screw MX.
Screw
MX.
Yeah, Screw MX.
Nice.
And he gave me the chance, and I said okay, but honestly, there was no money in there, you know. I couldn't live out of being a rap artist, you know. So I was like, I gotta try something else. That's when I got into the barbershop.
Did you were you rapping in Spanish or in English?
Both.
Yeah, both. You were mixing it up.
Yeah,
and they like your flow.
Yeah, they like my flow.
That's
so
dope.
They were like, hey, we want to make you top our one of the members in the crew. I was like, okay, you're cool.
How long did that run go for?
Man, that went for like, I want to say for like a half a year or a little bit more. I got to I got to perform in front of like 2,000 people.
Nice.
In a baseball stadium. Open up for Secan and a lot of famous rap artists out there in Mexico.
Yeah. So you were in it. You were in it big time.
Yeah. So.
But just the money and the touring just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough for me, you know. So. After I went on tour, it was only like a three city tour that I went out there in Mexico with Hera and Aleman. After that, I decided to move to Cancun, and after I moved to Cancun, I left all behind. You know, I left it behind, and I started to proceed my barber career out there.
So they still hit you up afterwards for knowing them for the cutting?
For the cutting. That's
dope.
Still call me. Like, I just seen that as a matter of fact, Hera and Aleman, they're having a concert out here next year.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, if they still call me, you know, I'm pretty sure they will.
Vengan seguireñudos, though.
Yeah,
get your cut over there. I got you.
I got you, you know.
That's dope. Okay, so around here, are you you had a particular, because right here you rent the space and everything else.
Yeah.
So you recently moved to a different place, right? You were previously at a different location.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be cutting off a new location. Do you want to give us the details on that?
Yeah, well, I barely moved to a new location, which is in Jefferson Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
It's right between Bishop Arts and Sank, if I'm not wrong. And I'm at new locations. It's gonna be it's a barber supply and a beauty supply, but there's only gonna be 2 barbers there, which is me and one of my friends that I met in Mexico. As a matter of fact.
Wow! So
me and him met out there because we were judges for a barber battle out there.
Tell me about those battles. So you were judging because of all the work you were doing, because you're well known. For whatever reason, I thought you were competing with. So you actually the judge.
Yeah,
there's different. I mean, I didn't realize how crazy they are. They got categories for the barbers. You got like your clásicos, and you have things like that. How did that come about? How did they find you to like, hey, you want to be a judge for this?
Well, they actually got me because they knew the people that knew me. They knew that I was one of the pioneers out there as a barber. You know, barber industry wasn't like that out there in Mexico. When I first got to Mexico, they were still old school barbers, like back in the days that used to sharpen their blades on
La navaja?
La navaja and the
Wow.
leather. And I still got the chance to go to a barber like that out there in Mexico.
That's dope.
And so I was one of the first, like, I want to call it the urban barber.
Mm-hmm.
Porque barbero urbano era conocido como las nuevas generations of type of haircuts, you know, that were doing
Got you.
like ball fades, and they were doing los diseños, all the designs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that used to organize all those events, they knew me, and they were like, we need the pioneer, one of the pioneers on the barber industry from Mexico, to be part of this. So they always used to hit me up and tell me, hey, we want you to come and judge
Dope.
for one of our battles, you know. And I was like, okay, and that's how I got the chance to do that.
That's dope. Man, and what does it feel like? Because it gets intense sometimes, right? To be judging, just waiting to see, like, seeing the
Yeah.
technique and everything.
See, whenever you're a judge, you gotta judge everything, like the type, the way they work, like the hygiene as well. You know, they gotta be clean. Barbers gotta be clean. You can't have you can't be competing, have all your stuff all messy and looking all dirty. You know, so we qualify like from how clean you are. So your how you say it, your techniques that you have,
Mm-hmm.
and the art that you can do on a haircut. Because a lot of people nowadays, they do designs and they color it with some like a certain color, and
Yeah.
and I mean they go extra on the haircuts now on the barber battles.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people they go crazy on those haircuts. I don't know if you ever seen them, but
I've seen some of them. Yeah, for sure. I've seen
and
some
they even
highlights.
paint their faces in some type of way and everything.
Like I seen a Sonic the Hedgehog design. I seen
Yeah.
freaking Thanos on one. I mean, they get crazy with
Yeah,
it.
they get crazy
For
with
sure.
it. So, I mean, it's just it's something fun, and it's a good experience to go through, being a judge and see how all these young barbers growing. You know.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to you to be one of the pioneer judges, to be there sitting down? Did it ever dawn on you and like, oh, that's pretty cool? I'm like one of the pioneers, and they have me here to judge these cuts of these individuals coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good because actually there was people that I never knew they knew about me,
Wow.
and they would come up to me like, hey, can we take a picture with you? And me as a barber, I was like, I always wanted to be a rapper. I always wanted to be a, you know what I'm saying, an artist,
of
you know.
course.
But that didn't come through. But now this came through, and it's kind of the same thing because people wanted to take pictures with me, you know.
Yeah.
People were asking me, hey, let's take a picture. Can I take a picture with you? And it feels good, you know, just to be noticed and be recognized as one of the pioneers barbers from Mexico.
That's dope. Do you have? I know some people like to lay out their table a certain way, and they always have it the same way laid out. Do you that type of individual, or you don't? Like their layout of how they're gonna cut, like the way that they lay out their setup, the table and things like that. Or
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I do. Depending on the type of haircut I'm gonna do, you know. If it's something that I know that I'm gonna use mostly the shears,
Mm-hmm.
I got like 4 or 5 pairs of shears, you know.
Gotcha.
And each one of them, you use them for a different thing.
Yeah.
You don't use the same shear for everything. Like say if I want to texture the hair, I use the shorter ones.
Okay.
If I'm gonna cut the top, you know, I use some other type of scissors, you know, or use a thinning shears to like to give it texture or whatever, you know. It's just I have my own setup on every client is different.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, it's neat because again, to me, scissors are scissors, shears are shears. They all look the same.
yeah,
But it's crazy how you're able to tell, and even when you're cutting, you
Yeah.
can tell. Can you see the haircut before you even start? Even when they tell you, kind of sort of see how it's gonna be at the end.
I can. Yeah, I actually
Wow.
can. I can. When I see the client, I can imagine in my head. Okay, this is how it's gonna have to look, and I gotta make it as possible to make it to look as my imagination can see that haircut to look. You know.
So when did that start happening for you that you were able to do it? Was it immediately earlier in your career, or you took years?
It probably took me like around five years to start doing that type of
Like visualizing and making it
yeah.
true? Wow.
Yeah.
That's neat. Okay, so do you have any plans here in the near future to have your own shop, your own chain? I mean, you have everything as far as running it to, training to all that stuff. Here in the near future, are you wanting to do something along those lines?
Of course, yeah. One of my plans is to open my own shop one day, and also have the chance to open a barber school.
Yeah.
And have some of the best professors or educators to teach these people that trying to come into this community and teach them the best we can.
What frustrates you the most as far as, I don't know if you ever had somebody that came in that somebody messed up the haircut and you have to fix it some way, somehow. I don't know if it's fixable, but what frustrates you the most whenever you get to see somebody that comes see you to try to save their cut?
Man, I had one time not too long ago. It's been a few months. This kid came into the shop and he told me, "Can you fix my haircut?" And I was like, and I looked at him. I said, "Damn." And he's like, "So my mom tried to cut it for me."
Moms, leave it to the pros. I know the economy is tough, but
and then the mom came in and she was like, "Can you please fix it?" I was like, because I was trying to. It's not as easy as it looks. I was like, yeah, it's not. It's like
not.
You gotta know and have a vision sometimes with the type of haircut you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the type of hair, man, it's just sometimes the type of hair don't help a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's people that have that little spiky ass hair that you can't control. Like they say they want to comb it like to a certain side, and you're like. I'd rather tell my clients and be honest with them that, look, your type of hair is not gonna help you. Like you gotta do something that's gonna go with your type of hair,
Yeah.
Like there's people that want to come into the side and it's not gonna go to the side if your hair
is bien terco, right? It's not gonna
know?
do that.
So it's like, yeah, I mean, it's the type of hair. Sometimes it's like it stresses me out. Like, oh man, like.
So the top of hair, not really necessarily the barbers. Were you able to save that kid's haircut?
Oh yeah,
you able to?
And after that time, he decided to get a perm.
The kid.
He
came back.
He got a perm, and
Bad Bunny. Blame Bad Bunny for that one.
Yeah.
So he got a perm.
Yeah, he got a perm, and he changed the whole style.
So nothing else frustrates you as far as the barber industry? I don't know how it is. I've never been, but I kind of sort of see a little bit of moving around, different things like that. But I don't know if you see any kind of trends that kind of like irks you a little bit. And like, I wish that, because being the OG of Mexico doing it, being one of the pioneers to currently, do you see anything that are like, I'm not feeling that at all whatsoever? Anything comes to mind?
No, not really. I mean,
you don't knock the hustle.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just whatever comes. I mean, I work with it.
Yeah, but for you just have a way of doing it, things, because you've been doing it for so long, being one of the pioneers, to how do you want it to run, because that's just the way that you were taught, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What was one of the most significant lessons that you learned doing, like, learning about barbering, that you were like, oh man, this took me far. Me learning this took me far. Anything that comes to mind?
Just pretty much learning from other barbers,
Mm-hmm.
is what took me to learn more and just be able to get the work done,
Yeah, so you kind of sort of got to do a little bit of ego check to be able to be open to learn from others to help you grow.
That's one thing I always recommend to a lot of barbers,
Mm-hmm.
to go out there and then learn from other barbers. And there's not a certain way to cut. You're going to learn from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You can grab something from this barber. You can grab another thing from the other barber. And you can go to 10 seminars from 10 different barbers. And you're going to pick something up from them. And you're going to create your own style of how to cut,
Awesome.
So it's not I say always to try to grow yourself. Leave that ego back behind and go out there and learn, you know what I'm saying? Just from other barbers is good. It's a good experience to see other people do work and learn from them,
Do you still go out and do to different places and things like that to learn more?
Oh, yeah. Actually, last year, I got sponsored by this product brand, and it was the first time a Mexican brand came to the Barber Expo here in Dallas, which is the Barbershop Connect Expo.
What was the name of the brand?
They call it Cabron.
Cabron.
With a K.
With a K.
With a K. Cabron.
That's cool. And what kind of products do they have?
They have pomades. They have the powder. They got shaving gel, aftershaves. They had pretty much everything what a barber needs, you know.
And they saw you. Where did they saw you that they connected with you, wanted to work with you, have to sponsor you specifically?
First, because I was Mexican. So Mexicano, and the brand was straight from Guadalajara. So they decided, okay, so it's the first time we're going to go out there to a barber expo. And they contact me and they said, hey, we want you to come and represent our brand.
Was that for the St. Connects from Cancun, or just saw you on Instagram or social media?
Yeah,
or something?
social media. Yeah, that's the way they find me, to contact me and to represent our brand here in the United States.
That's dope. How did I feel whenever they said, we want de Mexico para aquí?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though, but when I first started barbering in Cancun, and because the owner he organized two events. He was taking famous barbers from the United States to Mexico to do seminars, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want to be like that one day, you know what I'm saying? I want to be in a barber expo and show my haircuts, show my work, my art, and represent a brand, you know.
See.
And I always had the dream of coming to the United States, back to the United States, and being part of an expo, a barber expo. And 2024, it was the year for me that I got to experience that.
How did it feel to have a dream come true? You thought about doing it one of these days, and now it happened.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. It felt real good. I was so excited. I remember I was so excited that my girl, she noticed that I was like, she's like, oh, man, you look real excited. And she decided to give me a brand new set of clippers for that event. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. You know, my girl supported me, you know, in this. And it felt good, you know. For me, it was like, I was excited. I couldn't believe it, though. And just to be able to work with other barbers that I always still look up to, you know, that if I see them in a seminar, I will still try to go learn from them, you know.
It's a big deal in social media, right? There's a lot of different people with different content all over the place, the world, London, you name it. They're very known for their techniques and stuff. And
techniques.
Yeah, look at their stuff and see what can you learn from them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also in Mexico, I got the opportunity to get sponsored by a brand of shears. That was my last 2 years I was over there. They sponsored me, and then I got sponsored by one of the another product brand from California, and they were trying to move their product in Mexico, and they sponsored me out there too.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on micropigmentation? I know some barbers are implemented it, or they started doing it. I had a lady from Fort Worth that started, one of the pioneers in the field as well as micropigmentating, like tattooing the. What are your thoughts on that for you?
Actually, good thing you touched that topic right there, because when I was in Cancun, I want to say maybe like around 9 years ago. 9 years ago, the pioneers of the micropigmentation from Canada were out there in Cancun.
Wow.
And they contacted me, and they were like, hey, we want to show you something new to the barber industry. And I was like, okay. And they came to the shop, and they gave me the chance to. They taught me how to do it and everything. And then we were gonna try to start doing it out there, but I didn't see the people that it was gonna be like something that was gonna hit, you know. So I kind of put it to the side, and I never kept on doing it. So now that I come to the United States, I see that out here a lot of people do it out here, and it's expensive. It's expensive to take it's like a 3-day training they do, and it's like around $4,000, $5,000 just for a 3-day training. Yeah, of micropigmentation. So
Erica's Martinez is one of the ones that does it forward, that runs her own shop and does everything, like her own school and one of the ones I know.
Okay,
I know
okay.
there's different ones, but she's traveled all the way to Asia to showcase her work.
Yeah, I see.
She's super awesome, man.
I seen that. Well, actually, that person from Canada that taught me, I still follow them and I still keep in touch with them. And I see they travel to Dubai, they travel to London, to different parts of the world just to go teach that, you know.
Cool.
So I am thinking about proceeding that still right now, and I started taking a couple of classes for that already.
Nice.
But I'm not really into it 100%. But I already got 2-3 customers lined up and be like, hey, you're gonna be one of my first customers, you know.
It's a good skill to have.
Of course.
To go with the barber, because that's how she started with barbing, doing barber work and transfer over to this, and now it's like no cutting hair, just mostly teaching and doing it.
Yeah.
And has her own thing. Again, I'm telling you, she traveled all the way to Asia, and I was like, super proud of her. Like, it is neat to be able to see.
It's something that is going to keep growing.
I think so. Absolutely.
You
know, if you're really good in technique, you can't even tell. Like, and I didn't realize how much, because when we talk about hair, we're talking about doing good and everything. Some men will not take their hat off just because they have hair missing. They will miss important events like weddings, quinceañeras, because they can't wear their hats and stay home instead of going out in the world. And that gives them the little bit of confidence. Just like a good haircut to be out and about and moving. And it's crazy that it's like, to us it's like, whatever. But to them it's like a life-changing deal.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. All right, we're running short on time, but before I let you go, did you have any questions when you were driving over here? Like, man, I hope he asked me about this, or I hope he touches up on this. Anything that comes to mind to you?
No. I pretty much touched every subject that I wanted to talk about.
So. Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, man. Again, I knew that you had some interesting stories because I've seen a few things, but everything that we talked about is like amazing.
Yeah.
Truly amazing, remarkable. I hope it inspires other young barbers to look up to you, or other individuals that are looking to get into barber to go ahead and pull the trigger and start doing it.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, touch up on all your social media. Where can people reach you at? Where can they reach you up at?
On Instagram, I'm there as Bless My Hustle. So it's Bless_line My Hustle. And y'all can book with me through there, or I do have a booking link in the same profile.
Yeah, you're somewhat religious, right? You're very religious when it comes to certain saints and things like that.
Yeah, I do. I'm Catholic, so I believe a lot in San Judas Tadeo, La Virgen de Guadalupe. So
is San Judas Tadeo sometimes tied to the barbing, and not really?
No, he's
just
not.
in general.
Yeah, just in general.
Okay, cool.
It's something that I've always been believing on, you know.
Amazing. All right, and I know you have a YouTube. You only posted a few, but there's a YouTube channel también, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Manny Blendz.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then of course I don't know if you like to have people on your Facebook, but if people want to Facebook follow you as well, también ahí.
Yeah, they can follow me in Manny Blendz on Facebook.
Screw Da Barber.
Screw Da Barber. I mean, whoever still decides to call me that, I mean, I'm fine with it too, you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Saludos. Any saludos you have, or any gente, anybody that, you helped you throughout your career, or, just in general, familia, whoever you got, shout out. Saludos.
Well, through my career, I do want to give a shout out to one of my major people that I learned a lot from in this barber industry, which is Oscar Walls, the one that I was working for in Mexico, and he actually just opened a shop in Miami.
Nice.
It's called Wall Studio.
Awesome.
Yeah, he opened a shop in Miami, so shout out to Oscar. And who else? All the barbers out there in Mexico that always kept in touch with me.
En español para que entiendan. O no, también saben inglés, right?
Uno sí. Noriel, Cali Cuts, Joe, mi compañero ahorita, él lo conocí en Mexico City, es barbero de la Ciudad de México.
¿Cómo se llama?
Daniel Cervantes.
Daniel Cervantes.
Y saludos a Daniel Cervantes también. Ahora he's my partner here in Dallas, and we're at the new shop. We're the only 2 barbers there, and we're trying to grow, and he's a great barber as well. Big shout out to him, you know. Shout out to all my family, all my friends out here, and I appreciate you having me here today, bro.
Absolutely, but brother, I know it's been almost like a year since I messaged you, or somewhere around that time. I'm gonna get to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to him. I have to get to him. What is an important lesson that you learned doing the barber business that you would tell somebody, your younger self, that will help somebody else out? What would that be?
One thing that I do recommend is always to try to learn everything that was coming new. You know, the trends, they change often. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like right now, you know how they have that haircut, get Edgar cut, get cut.
Mm-hmm.
All those, it's a whole different new thing. It's something new that I had to try to come into and ahora sí que aplicarme a esos tipos de cortes.
Apply yourself to
Apply
them.
myself, yeah.
Because it's what the customer wants.
Yeah,
like if you can't do it, then they're gonna go somebody else.
But I'll be honest with you, a lot of people out here, depending on the area you work at, a lot of people don't ask for the type of haircuts that I used to do a lot over there in Mexico. You know, a lot of it's people's different. You know, so
yeah, of course.
Always grow and be humble. You know, just hustle and like I always say, bless the hustle.
Bless the hustle. Bless the hustle. Usually throughout my day, sometimes during my day, my week, I say something along the lines that I heard from this yogi. I'm not immortal. I am mortal, and I will die one day. Not to scare me or terrify me, but helps me hurry up and do stuff. With that, I wish you a very long, prosperous life. After everything's said and done, what do you want people to think and feel about your life?
I just want people to see that I came a long way in this barber industry, and that there's si se puede, todo se puede, you know. Like I didn't think I was gonna grow in this when I went to Mexico, and I had to start a whole new life out there, and I was like, what am I gonna do? But just believe in yourself, and you know, just know that you can do it. You can make it. You can do it.
Absolutely. Do you think doing barber is your calling these days, or you think you're still looking for that in particular?
I think it's my calling. Yeah.
Awesome. Manny Blendz, again, I know I had messaged you. I don't know how even we got connected. Either way, we were mutual friends on Facebook, and then I seen some of the things that you were posting, and I think I seen it might have been an old video, but then videos that you be posting all the time and things like that. And I didn't realize how much of an interesting story or the things that you did in Mexico, all the things that you had to go through, and of course some of the things we didn't touch up on, but still it's just amazing that things opened up for you because you kept hustling and working, and now even getting here to be able to, you know, still showcase your work and people still calling you because they know the good work that you've done is amazing. Without a shadow of a doubt, Manny Blendz, you are a global land factor. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
This was another episode of the Global Land Factor podcast. Remember to subscribe to the channel while you have nothing to lose. This amazing story is only right here on the Global Land Factor. So subscribe today. And remember, we are just like you. We are people. We are humans. We are the spice and flavor in this melting pot that we call the world. Till next time.